Hi everyone, hope the week and the year have been good so far. In today's episode of News Generation, we will tell you about the life of a 15-year-old Fulani girl and her family. There's also the story about a young teenager who is determined to get an education after she had a baby. And ever been to the Wuli Falls? That's our landmark today. You can find us online at facebook.com/newsgenerationgh and on Twitter at newsgengh. Some children in the community of Omanjo in Greater Accra are asking the authorities to do something about the poor road network in their area. They walk to school every day along dusty roads, which they say affects their health and makes them dirty. The poor nature of the road is also having a toll on the community, including business activities.
The road is the main junction from Sotuom to Omanjo. It is in a bad state. There are no gutters, so there is massive erosion when it rains. On the way to school, children have to battle the dust, inhaling particles which affect their health and gives them cold.
When they are about to vote, the people will come here telling us that we should vote for them and they are going to change the road for us, but still there is no changes in it. The road, this area, I don't know. We vote for them, but still now they are not changing anything for us, and it's worrying us. If you are selling around this area, when the cars are passing here, the dust and it brings a lot of diseases too. So
the road is not good because when you are passing, the car passes, the dust goes into our nose, then we get cold, catarrh. So even if you are going, if you are going to school, then rainfall. You see, when we are going to school, you see that the car will pass in the mud.
Young people here are tired of the many promises to fix the road. They want action.
I'm not going to look at the current parliamentarian who is here. He's not doing anything for us. So since he's not doing anything, I'm not going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for maybe someone who is going to bring a correct manifesto or something so that I vote for him.
This road has been in this condition for years, despite the complaints from drivers and residents. Many drivers refuse to ply the route, and those who do charge high fares. Nancy is a trader and has lived here for almost a decade. She is frustrated.
No two fantasy no about 3 series kora there it is 100,000 nipana bresa o majo magama me pacho mi srao fa weni ka ana moto every Sunday no be hu aga no be kasa waga.
Residents claim countless promises from successive governments are yet to be fulfilled. For now, residents in this community can only hope and wait for their roads to be fixed.
Many schoolgirls who fall pregnant prefer to go back to school after giving birth, but the stigma and bullying they suffer often forces them to drop out of school. Gifty Mausi Mele tells us her story about how she has been able to go back to school a year after having a baby.
For many adults, combining work and family is not easy. So how much more when it is a teenager who has to cope with such a situation, including school?
He said which time I didn't see my menses. I said this month. I said okay. When I tell him, he asked me that I should do an abortion. I said no.
He told you to go and abort the baby.
I said no. I don't know that if I remove it, I'll get a baby later.
When you told your mom that you were pregnant, was she angry with you?
Yes.
Why was she angry with you?
Because he said I should go to school to be a nurse for him. But I lost because of I'm pregnant. That is why he's angry with me.
Her mother was disappointed when Gifty fell pregnant at 16, but she decided she wanted to go back to school.
Some people at 19, 20 are going to school, and I'm 16 years, give birth. I say that I can go to school. I'm not old, so I can go to school. And I told my mom that I want to go to school. They said, yes, I can go. They will help me to go to school. I said, okay.
Oh, but we've not got a jump. Then you told you like Lacha. Ain't it? I've been on a bad a chum of Gama Punya. Then you put me.
She faced more challenges than she had expected to.
They are laughing at me that I finished my school at GSS 3.
Gifty knew that balancing motherhood and schooling would be difficult, but she was determined and returned to Vumenu DA school a year after giving birth. She is in JHS 3, continuing from where she left off almost 2 years ago. With determination and encouragement from teachers, Gifty is hopeful of making it into senior high school. She admits her teachers played a big part in her going back to school.
We encourage her that as an upcoming girl who is trying to educate herself to become something, pregnancy should not take that vision away from her. So we encourage her that even after she has given birth, she can come back to school. So true to her word, we saw that she came when we reopened school this term and said that she wanted to come back. And then we were all happy. And I may say that since she came, she has been doing well.
I was happy for Gifty going back to school so that when I grow old, she will take care of me. 1 month after Gifty gave birth, her teachers visited her at home and told her she could go back and continue her education.
After about 8 hours in school, mother and daughter are reunited. Gifty's daughter is named Blessing, a reference to the second chance she has had, and she goes through her day without complaints, mindful of all that she has to learn and experience to improve her life and her babies.
I will go and fetch water and come and cook, wash a bath to my baby, and if I'm finished cooking, we will eat. If the baby sleep, before I will learn. Sometimes if it didn't sleep, I'll manage it and learn. Because if I didn't learn, I can't know. I can't keep what they teach us.
With education, Gifty believes she has a better chance of providing for her daughter and building a future.
Many rural communities have had difficult relations with cattle herders, also known as Fulani herdsmen. One family of herders has moved many times to find pasture for cattle and to avoid conflict. They've had to settle in a bush quite a distance away from Adaklutrepenu in the Volta region. That's where we met Fatih, a 15-year-old, waiting to be given away in marriage.
30 minutes from Adaklutrepenu, we see a community of about 5 huts. The residents are a family of herdsmen who have lived here for 5 years. They are originally from Niger and have moved several times to find fresh pasture for their cattle. They may be away from their country, but that does not mean they have forgotten their culture. Fulanis are known to marry at a very young age, and that is the future for 15-year-old Fati. It is nothing to look forward to, but she does not have much of a choice. She will most likely be one of 4 wives to whomever she is married off to. Fati's family chose to live in the bush to avoid conflicts with the communities around them. There have been many reports of Fulanis breaking the law in host communities and farms and other properties destroyed by their cattle. And so they have no direct access to amenities, no school, hospital or water. Absolutely nothing.
Ameko elano ye fie ha melo mi osi legio kafi mi ano do ine nukata kafi debie ele yide debio meso fegbo ebelia ha mecho demi do elano sukuru yide amegbo ko elano le kope me kafi elano sukuru de vivi kaka ela magama amemelo.
Fati would have preferred to go to school than to marry at 15.
Sukuru enyore mezemadu dota be ne amede jedo makpogbo le kopeme.
Already, 2 girls her age have been married off and they are pregnant. It is very likely what her future looks like.
It is 2 years since President Mahama was sworn in. On January 7, 2013, the president took the oath of office. Since then, it has not all been smooth sailing. It started with the court case, and then there were so many other issues he had to contend with, such as the economy and power issues. Perhaps it has not all been bad, but what do you think about the 2 years of President Mahama?
Ever since His Excellency John Mahama became the president, nothing in my life has changed, because I say this because whenever I make up my mind to learn or do some other things, I don't have the time to do it, because there has been a lot of light out, which is not helping some of the students to do well in their academics.
Well, President John Mahama has been a good president since he was elected, but some things has been occurring which I don't like the light off and the light on. Like when we are in the house and I want to learn, then all of a sudden there'll be light off, which I can't learn anymore. So I have to wait for the next day. Then if I want to heat some water and do all sorts of things, I have to wait for the light to on.
I think it's really bad, because if you come to our road, there's a certain market it's very, if you go there, potholes, it's very bad. And now they are increase the price of the water and everything. Now when I'm going to buy something to, it's very cost. You can't buy it. Now everything is expensive. So I think it's very bad. He should do something about it.
It has affected me so many ways, but I can only say some, like the inflation. Everything is going high. Month by month, everything is going high. And the electricity to the everyday light off. So I think that it's not improving. And you promise about something, but you not see even a gist of it.
The prices of things are to this one high. Like Coke, for instance, last 2 years it was not 2 cedi, but now it is 2 cedi. First it was 1 cedi 20%. And also some people are not having that much money to buy, so now I'm telling him to decrease some of the prices of some items, and also he should stop making. He should also inform the electricity company of Ghana to stop doing the on and off.
I think this year I've not seen any improvement in our community and in the whole nation. Ghana, I think they should reduce some things, the prices and those things. They should reduce them small, because some people don't have money to buy what they need and they are poor. So they should reduce some things, their prices.
Those were your views on WhatsApp. Other stories on the local scene, GPRTU says transport fares will not go down despite a 10% price drop in fuel. And the Ghana Medical Association has warned of more strikes this year to protest unresolved issues.
The GPRTU says transport fares will not reduce even though fuel prices have gone down by 10%. The National Petroleum Authority announced the reduction in fuel prices, which took effect from January 1, 2015. Days after the reduction, the public is still expecting a drop in fares. The Ghana Medical Association has warned of more strikes this year to protest unresolved pensions, market premium, and salary adjustment grievances. The GMA says these unmet demands were the cause of their strikes in 2014. Hence, its members will not hesitate to lay down their tools this year too. GMA blames government for being unresponsive to their grievances since 2006. President of GMA, Kwabena Opoku Eduse, says it will be in government's own interest to quickly act to prevent further strikes this year. According to the Police Motor Traffic and Transport Department, there was a significant reduction in the number of road crashes recorded in 2014 over that of 2013. DSP Alexander Obin, Education Director at the MTTDs, says for the first time in many years, the country recorded less than 1,900 deaths, representing a 10% decline. He says the department is collaborating with other agencies to roll out an electronic sports fine system to deal with minor road offences. According to DSP Obin, the reduction in road crashes in 2014 also shows a gradual change in the attitude of motorists.
Our landmark this week takes us all the way to Wuli, a town in the Volta region. This town plays host to arguably the most popular and highest waterfalls in Ghana. So, welcome to the Wuli Waterfalls.
The Wuli Township, located in the Hohoe municipality, is one of the closest towns bordering the Republic of Togo. The Ekwapim Togo Range provides the perfect setting for the impressive waterfalls. The waterfalls is in the Agomacha Wildlife Sanctuary. The path leading to the lower fall is shaded by tall trees, making it almost impossible for the sun's rays to penetrate. A visitor to the Wuli Falls has to cross 9-foot bridges, which have been built across the Agomacha River.
The first bridge you cross, this stream from Republic of Togo, it's named River Nubi, and the rest of the 8th bridge you cross is the distance from the waterfalls over here.
The Wuli Falls is made up of two main parts. An upper section which can only be seen from far away. The upper fall of Wuli cannot be seen once a visitor is at the foot of the mountain. One can only reach the upper falls by climbing for between 2 to 3 hours. On the other hand, the lower part of the falls can be reached after a 45-minute trek through the forest. It is the tallest waterfall in Ghana and West Africa, measuring about 800 meters from the upper fall to the fall below.
Actually, it is two falls. We have the lower falls and the upper falls, and now we are at the lower falls. Yeah, upper fall is just the top of this one, and when you go into the upper falls, it takes 2 hours, 2 hours together. Yeah, and 2 hours back, so 4 hours total. Yeah, and the other path, we have two different paths, and the upper falls also take 3 hours in, 3 hours back, which is 6 hours total. And over there, it's just the same like this place, flat land, everything over there. You can swim over there as well, you can swim over here also.
The absolute splendor, height, beauty and cool environment makes a visit to the falls a memorable experience. The force with which the water flows out of the narrow valley sprays into a beautiful white and foamy wave before plunging into a pool below, which is about 1.2 meters deep. Part of it is, however, restricted as it is very deep. The water in the pool flows into the Agomacha River. A colony of fruit-eating bats hangs closely around the rocks surrounding the falls.
This year, everything calmed down because of Ebola system all over the world. So people are afraid they will not come to Ghana, and some of the Ghanaian tourists are also afraid they don't want to come. Yeah, so everything calmed down. We would like to tell the whole world that they should come because we don't have Ebola in Ghana. That is the first thing people have to think. People just forget about something that Ebola is all over the world, but it is not in Ghana. It is something false like. So, the bats we have over here, you can see they're hanging on the rocks. They don't even come down. And nobody disturb them. They don't disturb us. So there is no Ebola. So people will start coming.
Visits to the Willie Falls can be done throughout the year, but the rainy season is the best time to see the falls in all its glory.
It's a nice place and nice environment, and you can see it and relax on your wedding days, party days. You can organize your own church, blah, 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 and come here and take your swimming, have party, yeah. And it's so nice. I mean, you have a lot of thick forest and have bats hanging on the rocks over there, and it's so nice.
Isn't that beautiful? Did you see the rainbow? It was so amazing. Now in sports, Ghana coach Avram Grant wants expectations to be measured as he prepares his team for this month's AFCON tournament in Equatorial Guinea. Cameroon and West Ham midfielder Alex Song has retired from international football, and more.
Ghana coach Avram Grant wants expectations to be measured as he prepares his team for this month's AFCON tournament in Equatorial Guinea. The Israeli trainer is currently in Spain, where he's preparing the Black Stars for the 30th edition of the African Cup of Nations. Ghana is chasing her 5th Nations Cup trophy since winning it more than 30 years ago. According to Grant, he wants to win the tournament more than any Ghanaian. Steven Gerrard says he would not be leaving Liverpool if the club had offered him a contract last year. The Reds captain, 34, was offered a new deal in November, but has opted to end his 25-year spell at Anfield and is finalizing a move to LA Galaxy in the US. The midfielder says a November chat with manager Brendan Rodgers about reducing his playing time was crucial. Gerrard, 34, started his career at Anfield at the age of 12. Cameroon and West Ham midfielder Alex Song has retired from international football. This follows his exclusion from his country's African Cup of Nations squad. The Barcelona loanee, 27, will now be available for the Hammers this month after talks with Cameroon about a late call-up broke down. He said on Instagram, "My love for my country will never change." Andy Murray and Heather Watson suffered mixed doubles defeat as Great Britain lost 2-1 to Poland in the Hopman Cup. Watson, 22, lost the opening rubber 6-3, 6-1 to Agnieszka Radwanska, but Murray, 27, leveled the tie with a 6-2, 6-4 win over Jersey in Perth, but the British duo lost the mixed doubles 6-4, 6-4 as Group B leaders Poland remained undefeated.
What kind of toothbrush do you use? Perhaps one that makes brushing your teeth difficult. Well, brushing your teeth is now going to be fun, like playing a game, but with your toothbrush. The toothbrush was introduced at this year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, USA.
It is the 2015 International Consumer Electronics Show here, and this is where new fascinating gadgets are displayed. They include this drone bracelet that can fly and take overhead pictures.
It unfolds and takes off.
Nixie, set your camera free. But this toothbrush is more interesting, especially for young people. While brushing your teeth, you are playing a game, and this is monitored via a smartphone or tablet like this one. This is also to enable parents check how accurate and frequent children brush their teeth, measured by the points scored. This toothbrush is connected to a smart device via Bluetooth, and it has a USB port. And the bristles part can be replaced when it wears off. Other devices include this Ring remote control for smartphones.
Guess we'll be brushing our teeth a lot this year. Well, oil giant Shell has agreed an $84 million settlement with residents of the Bodo community in the Niger Delta for 2 oil spills. And a big argument is growing in Germany between people who want immigrants to stay in the country and those who don't. That's in International News Round.
Oil giant Shell has agreed an $84 million settlement with residents of the Bodo community in the Niger Delta for 2 oil spills. 15,600 Nigerian fishermen will receive $3,300 each for losses caused by the spills. The remaining $30 million will be left for the community. 2 massive oil spills in 2008 and 2009 were among the biggest spills in decades of oil exploration in Nigeria. Fishermen and farmers' livelihoods were destroyed by the pollution. A senior commander in the rebel Lord's Resistance Army movement is being held by U.S. forces in the Central African Republic. The International Criminal Court wants to put Dominic Ongwen on trial for war crimes and crimes against humanity. He is considered by some to be a deputy commander to LRA chief Joseph Kony. The LRA has kidnapped thousands of children in northern Uganda and neighboring countries, forcing the boys to become fighters and the girls to become sex slaves. A big argument is growing in Germany between people who want immigrants to stay in the country and those who don't. Thousands of Germans have been demonstrating because they think too many people from other countries are coming to live and work in Germany. Immigration in Germany is at its highest for 20 years. The group behind the marches, Pegida, also feel the religion of Islam has too much influence on German culture. But other Germans are fighting back against Pegida with their own demonstrations, showing they don't agree with Pegida's message. Astronomers have found the closest example yet to a twin of planet Earth. They've named it Kepler 438b and say it's about a 10th bigger than Earth and only receives a third more heat from its sun than we do from our sun. Because of this, it's being called the most Earth-like alien world. It's even more Earth-like than the Kepler 186f, which had been called Earth's most likely twin.
That's all for News Generation today. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.